We have a pay-per-view this weekend, but that's this weekend. So we'll give you our predictions. We'll give you our thoughts on the current stuff, and we'll give you our forecast on the future of the Joe and Shob show.
Yeah,
Is it hanging in the balance? Question mark.
No.
No, it's just that was clickbait.
We have we do have some good things though that we wanna start doing. We wanna start telling you guys about because we wanna do some new things, I guess, to sort of reinvigorate the show because we started doing this this format that we've been doing. It's been successful, so why not try and take it to another level?
I think we should make it where it's the most fun for us. Like we are having a good time with it because sometimes it's not always that much fun talking about what happens on Raw and SmackDown because it's only as good as the show is that week. So I think there are ways that we can incorporate and do a better job of, spicing the show up. We need to decide, are we a podcast or are we a YouTube channel? I think that's an important question.
See, I think what we're going to aim to do is sort of both. Right? Yeah. So, basically, I don't know if I don't know who's listening to this or when's listening to it, but there's a chance that you're listening to this right now on Stitcher or iTunes.
Or this will be our debut episode on those services. Right. So, we are going to go into more outlets. We are going to sign up for a Stitcher subscription. I'm going to give Joe the money this week or whenever I see him next, and we're going to do that. We're going to put the episodes up on there wherever we can because honestly, apps like that are the easiest way to listen to these things. The easiest way isn't on YouTube. Let's be honest, unless you have YouTube Red. You can download them, but sometimes you just want to stream them, and I understand that's what I do too. And we want as many options for the Joe and Shob show as possible. There's no doors that need to be closed. And so that's one of the news is as much spread as we can get. Just put it on more outlets because it doesn't hurt. It's a little bit more effort, but it doesn't hurt. It would only help.
I think the having it on like Stitcher and stuff too, we can also sort of connect it back to the YouTube channel because I'm back to everything. So Twitter, we're gonna try and be more active on that, and YouTube, like picks of the week that we do. It's not part of the actual show. It's going to be a YouTube exclusive show, and we still upload highlights and stuff. So and the full episodes on YouTube, stuff like that. We're still going to upload. Like the YouTube channel is pretty much going to stay the same. Content wise, maybe not, but format wise, I think the format is pretty decent. So until we come up with something different, maybe.
I agree.
We'll change it. But until then, the format's good. We're going to keep it that way. Yeah. Now, content-wise, I know you were talking about this. Real quick, I think it's time for a new, a little overused. Like I made it day one. I literally made it day one. So that's true. But yeah, I think it's time to upgrade. So I'm gonna look into something.
It was day one. I
know how to Photoshop, but I don't have much creativity in that respect.
We can maybe like go to a logo site or something like that and spend a little bit, cheap money, and try to find something that looks nice because we don't have to do something that's like a parody of a different design. We could have our own logo that we like. What about Joe and Shob, but the border is like ring posts and like the bottom is the mat and like it's Joe and Shob.
I could work with that, but we are gonna come up with a new logo.
Yeah, that'd be a good. I mean, I wanted to do the old SmackDown logo with the exclamation point, but Joe told me it wouldn't work.
I don't know because the thing about that is that like the "and" would be bigger than your name. What? Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, that's a decent idea. I like that idea.
We can just try it out. I love that logo. It's so dumb, kind of. I don't know. I like it. We'll figure something out. It doesn't have to be a parody. I think that's true.
Like good idea with the ring posts. I like that idea. I don't like your bad idea.
Yeah, you actually do. Thank you. Oh, you don't like my bad idea? That's funny. Anyways, so for new potential shows, Joe and I haven't talked about that. We wanted to talk about it on here. I want to incorporate older wrestling into the show. We only talk about new wrestling, and sometimes new wrestling's not great. Current wrestling, I mean. And why don't we, bring in some older stuff? Like, I had an original idea of we watch WrestleMania either on our own or together, a WrestleMania in history. We go through all of them, and we come together and review it. Like, talk about the matches, talk about it, and we would call it like WrestleMania Retrospective or WrestleMania... I don't know. There's a lot of the WrestleManias that like we want to go back and study, and that was something that we'd want to do. And I kind of want to take the idea and expand it, and just have a show where week by week it'll switch, and somebody decides what pay-per-view that person has to watch. We have a week to watch it. We don't have to watch it all at once. We come back and we talk about that pay-per-view. Like, and what was happening at that time. So we watched like No Mercy 2001, and we get to talk about how there was whatever title match, and how Edge and Christian had a ladder match. And we just recommend pay-per-views to each other that like we want to watch. Like, I really want to show you Armageddon 2007 because there's a really good match between Mr. Kennedy and Undertaker. You should watch that match. Right. We can come back and talk about it. And it could be like a short, like 20-minute thing where we go like, wow, this pay-per-view, wow. Or this pay-per-view, whoa, that's not very good. And I don't know what we call it, but like I want, that'd be a fun way to watch old pay-per-views and watch just like crazy stuff that we've never seen before. Studying up for ourselves, but also maybe it be entertaining for people to hear, like, oh, what was happening at that time? Like, why is this pay-per-view significant? Like, why is it not significant? What's the good? What's the bad? What are the title matches? It'd just be my fun thing. Not necessarily like solidify that this might actually happen, but I'm just throwing out ideas. Audience out there, you think that sounds like a good idea? Chime in.
I like that idea, but what I will say about it is I am up for doing it in I mean, we don't, like, obviously over the summer we're readily available. We can just hang out. Like right now, my house is unavailable right now because it's going through some work. But like once it's done, we'll be able to record more real life stuff here.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, what I think would be good is like we do like a season, right, of that. Because like we record all at once. We get together and watch the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we talk about it and we sort of go over some stuff and maybe show some like footage of the match. Stuff like, I don't know, just like a more edited type of video.
Yeah.
And, I like do like
I was thinking also pretty edited too.
Mm-hmm. Do like 6 episodes, release them once a month, like something like that.
Would we record ourselves like while we're watching it? That's a lot of stuff to hold.
Maybe like key moments. I don't know.
Yeah,
I haven't thought about that, but I do think having
there could be guests. There could be people watching it with us.
Oh yeah. But I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, it could be like a timepiece kind of show where like we are analyzing like a part of pay-per-view history, like where this pay-per-view like took place in the whole, the whole canon of wrestling at the time. So say we watch like what was it, Backlash 2004, and we see like, oh, this is right after Benoit won at WrestleMania 20, and this is the rematch. Yeah, it's the Eugene one, and we talk about everything before, everything after, everything during, and it'd be fun to just like kind of talk about it, because that would be interesting for us. Like I want this channel. We're not doing this channel for money. I want to have fun with it, and so I want to create ideas and go through with ideas that will be enjoyable for us. Because if we're having a good time, guess who else is having a good time? It's called the audience. I hope. So we're going to create more of that. I also hope maybe on the show, like we talk about Raw and SmackDown. We keep the big moments in there. Maybe at the end we answer like a question or two every week, And I'm not saying people asking us questions. Like, we ask each other questions. And we just discuss something about wrestling. I'm like, hey, what do you think about that? What do you think about, like, whatever. Like, we shoot the shit, like, and end the show with, like, the last 5 to 10 minutes just about whatever we want.
I like that idea. Yeah.
Just to...
Because, like, yeah, like, I will... If I find something funny, I'll, like, send it to you. You know, it'd be like, oh, look at this stupid commercial with Big Show. Oh, isn't he stupid? And you'll be like, ha, ha, ha. But, like, we don't ever talk about that on the show. It's all, like, business.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Like, and sometimes, you know, why not just throw that kind of stuff in there? Because just talking about Raw and SmackDown, like, that's what you're going to expect out of us every week. So, I don't know. We could do a little bit more. I don't know. We'll see. But news, Raw, SmackDown, we'll figure something else out. Maybe like, oh, on this day, 20 years ago. I'm kidding. I'm joking. But we'll figure something out.
Yeah, I definitely, like, I do like, you know, coming on here and talk about wrestling. Because, you know, sometimes it's nice just to, like, get it out, you know. Like, it's something we watch, so it's nice to talk about it. And, you know, sometimes... not everyone watches it, and you could talk about it with someone, and they'll look at you like you have a third eye sometimes. So it's nice to talk about it, you know, in a good setting where it's, you know, it's normal, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I will say also that the one thing I think our channel could use more of is creativity, and that's a creative idea, and it would allow us to, like, edit stuff and talk about stuff, like, come up with new ideas and be more creative.
Yeah, we have a few months where the only thing we have to worry about is our jobs and our free time between our jobs and how we make money. So all I'm doing is going to my job. I'm also mowing lawns. That's it. So, so I record Joe and Shob once a week. And then, like, it's kind of an open close kind of thing. I feel like if I have a YouTube channel like this, I should focus on it maybe a little bit more. And maybe Joe and I meet up. We watch pay-per-views, like stuff like that. We'll figure something out. But I was going to say, you were saying creativity. I agree. I think our show is good, but I think it should be a little more freeform. Organization is good, but I also feel like we should, I don't know, like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But it's very, I don't know. It's very Raw and SmackDown every week.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I think creativity is a good help there.
Yeah,
because, you know, we have a lot of fun with, like, predictions.
Oh, I do like predictions.
So, you know, that's always, like, a good part of the week.
You didn't even have to deal with your punishment for the last one, big jerk.
We haven't figured it out.
Yeah. Yet. Okay. Well, I'm gonna hold that every. Hey, he actually did go through predictions once. He had to buy me a shirt. So. What a no.
Yeah, I did do that.
What a nice guy.
Half the time we don't even talk about predictions on here.
Yeah, that's true. We don't talk about, like, the actual punishment either. We're going to talk about predictions today. I'm actually going to have a good time talking about that.